Balastavat kridasaktah Tarunastavat tarunisaktah Vruddhastavat chintasaktah Parame brahmani kopi nasaktah. So here a general biography of the humanity is given here. Our general biography. What is that? Balastavat krida saktah. When we are in our stage of childhood, what is the most important thing? Krida. Krida means playing with lot of toys. When we were children, what is our first priority in life? Playing with toys. Fine. As the child grows up, playing with toys remain, but the toys keep changing, that's all. Tarunastavat taruni saktah. When the child grows up, what happens? Attraction towards opposite sex. Boys are behind girls, girls are behind boys. Fine. Then slowly grows up, becomes old. Vruddhastavat chinta saktah. As the person becomes old, what is his highest priority? Chinta. Now this chinta has to be understood. And I am sure you will be able to understand when I give some examples. Old age problems we will discuss for some time today. What are some of the old age problems? As a person becomes old, so now you can imagine the person is retired, no power, no status, no respect. Now where does this person live? Old man. You will find this old person will always have his thoughts either in the past or in the future, but never in the present. Now let us first take the past. Why is that this old man is going again and again back to the past? He is going back to the past because present is miserable for him. He doesn't want to live in the present because in the present there is no power, there is no respect. So therefore he tries to escape from the present. That is why his mind again and again goes back to the past. Now where exactly does he go back in the past? He will only go in those regions where he had enjoyed glories. Those moments of the past which he thoroughly enjoyed. When he had power, when he had money, when people used to obey him, when he had gained great name, fame, recognition, those moments again and again he starts living. Remember, those moments are dead. But with the mind you can go back and relive those moments. So you will find these old people again and again going back to 1940s and 50s and 60s. So whoever comes to the house, he will start his story, his own glory, the past glories. And this old man forgets that he has already told this story 100 times. It is 101th time. And the other person who is listening, he also listens sympathetically. In fact, he is able to describe it better than this old man. But he sympathetically listens. Why? Because this old man is getting some relief. Somebody is listening. Isn't it? That is why people run away from old people. The same story, the same thing again and again. So fine, so this person, 101 time he is explaining to the person who has come. Then this wife comes running from the kitchen. Oh gee, how many times you will tell the same story to the same person? These are all very common, In every house it happens. Now the question is, why is this old man again and again going to the past? Because he is fed up with the present. He doesn't want to face the truth. The truth is the present moment. Isn't it? So if he is not living in the past, you will find this old man worrying about the future. These are the only two places where he will go, wherever he is. Worrying about the future. Why is he worrying about the future? Because he is seeing the signs of old age. So somewhere deep within he is worried about death. It is beautifully said, Yamaraj, Lord Death, he sends indications, it seems, before taking away one's life. I am coming, be prepared. First the hair becomes white. Slowly, one or two teeth, they start disappearing. Slowly the power of hearing goes away. The joint starts paining. So sitting and standing becomes a big project. So these are all the indications that Bhagavan Yamaraj is going to receive you. So then slowly this worry, old people, they have this worry. What happens when I die? And most of the old people have one common prayer. You know what? Let me go away in a moment, in sleep. Let me not depend on someone in the last moment. Especially when they hear about stories. Some people lying on the bed, months together, sometimes years together, with all the nature's calls, etc. in the bed itself. So then the first thing is, Bhagavan, my only prayer is, let me not face the same situation. Such a humiliation it is, isn't it? People taking care of everything, each and everything about you. So this worry starts coming. I don't know how I am going to die. And now and then he hears that his friend died here. After, say, few days, another friend died there. One by one people are disappearing. His own generation. All these things starts creating fear. And dying means what? Leaving everyone. Near and dear ones gone. Property gone. Money gone. Isn't it? And after death, everything is uncertain. What is going to happen? And in India, you will find the 90-year-old grandmother worrying about 70-year-old son. In India, you will find that. Isn't it? If the son has not come, she starts worrying. So all those problems you will find when a person becomes old. This is called Chinta. As someone has beautifully said, Chinta is like Chita only. But the difference is, Chita burns a person only once. Chinta burns him every moment. Not only that, Chita burns only a dead person. But Chinta burns a person who is alive. So this problem is faced by majority of the old people. Now why do they face this problem? They face this problem because they have lived their life unintelligently. This is the point. It is not that every old man is going to face this problem. No. If you have lived your life intelligently, now what do you mean when I say intelligent life? Keeping God as the highest priority in life when you live your life, that is called intelligent life. If you have given something else greater priority than God, then you are going to face this problem. Vriddhastavat Chinta. So if you are having this Chinta now and then troubling you, remember it is only because of your unintelligent way of living. So what is the intelligent way of living? In the language of Chinmaya Mission, Balastavat Balavihar Saktaha. Then Tarunastavat Yuvakendra Saktaha. Vriddhastavat Study Group Saktaha. If that is the case, Parame Brahmani Sada Saktaha, Sarvada Saktaha. Isn't it? Now you understand what is the role of Chinmaya Mission. So at the young age itself, start inculcating this value. Teach the child the importance of prayer, the faith in God. Tell such stories. So as a child, he will not question. So what you call, pump in good values. After some time, the child will have so many doubts, questions regarding God. Send him to Yuvakendra. That is a place where all your questions are answered. In most of our cases, what happens is, as the child grows, becomes a teenager, the parents don't know the answer. So they force, shut up. I never ask questions to my father. Why are you asking me? This is how we respond. So slowly what happens, this teenager, he loses faith in God. Because we are not able to give them convincing answers. It is not the, fault of the teenagers that they are going away from God. It is the fault of the parents. They have not set the right example in front of them. They have not given them the right direction. So what I am trying to say is, a person who has lived the life intelligently will not have any of these problems. And the intelligent life is, keep God as the highest priority in life. So you'll find at the time of old age, whatever investments you have done when you were young, investments in terms of energy, investments in terms of time unto the Lord, that investments comes back to you with double interest. And what is the greatest interest? That interest is peace of mind. You will have no fear at all. You know that this death is only the death of the body, I am not going to die, and I have already made a very good relationship with God. So even if I die, where will I go? Unto the Lord. So death will be very, very peaceful. Smilingly you can die. But this privilege is not given to all. It is given to only those who have chosen God in their life. This is called intelligent living. Our life is mechanical living. What is this mechanical living? The path which the majority take, we take the same path. Not even questioning whether the path is right or wrong. I had told you that example of caterpillar, isn't it? One scientist, he did one experiment. What did he do? He took some 4-5 caterpillars and then placed them in circular form. So the head of one caterpillar connected to the tail of the other, and this way in a circular form. And these caterpillars have this characteristics that each one follows the one who is in the front. They don't think where they are going. They keep following the one who is in the front. Now everyone is following the one who is in the front. And they are placed in a circular form. So what will they do? They keep on going around and around and around, isn't it? And ultimately it is said 1 or 2 days all of them died. Now this is that circular thing. Balastavat krida sakta. Again rebirth. Again the same thing starts. Again rebirth. Again the same thing. So then what are we supposed to do? Cut off this mechanical way of living. How can we cut off? Start doing something which you never did before. As Puja Guruji used to say, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. And what is that something which you have never done before? Verse number 8. Kate kanta kaste putraha samsaro yamativa vichitraha kasya tvam kah kuta ayataha tatvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha. What is that which we have to do, which we have never done before? Bhagavan says, question life. Question everything in life. Don't just accept it blindly, mechanically. How to question life? Kate kanta. Who is your wife? Kaste putraha. Who is your son? Kasya tvam. To whom do you belong to? Kaha. Who are you? Kuta ayataha. From where have you come? Start asking these questions. Then you will find Ayam samsaraha ativa vichitraha. This world is very strange. Really speaking, nobody belongs to anyone. Start asking these questions. Who am I? From where have I come from? Where will I go? Don't make it as a japa. Japa means what? No thinking involved. Only mechanical repetition. No. Then again you are in the same thing only. Intensely ask question about your own existence. Start observing life. When some death happens, let it not become an insignificant incident. Let it shake you from within. When you are attending some funeral function of some near and dear relative, start asking these questions. This person lived such a long time. Now he is gone. Where has he gone? Is life nothing but this pot of ash? That's all? Finished. What is my purpose of life? What is my relationship with God, if at all He exists? What is God? What is my relationship with this world? Start asking these questions. And when you start asking these questions, naturally what happens? You will get confused. Yes? Because these questions cannot be answered by mere thinking. Intellect cannot answer these questions. The mind becomes dumb, numb. Let this question bother you. Only a person who has become sensitive, only a person who has become highly matured can ask these questions and be disturbed. If you are disturbed when you ask these questions, you are really matured. If you consider that these questions are unimportant, after retirement I will take spirituality, then it is not the sign of what you call maturity. Maturity means these questions should trouble your mind, should give you sleepless nights. And will you get the answer? Bhagavan's law is wherever there is a demand, there is a supply. That is the law of this universe. So if really these questions are haunting you, then you will find the answer coming to you. In which way? There is only one way, through satsang.